Greetings, minions, engineers, and fellow gamers. This is Silverblade playing Space Engineers Beta, and this is episode number 40, the last one for this week. Just so you guys know, in case you haven't been keeping up, this will be my last episode of regular, continuous 5 episodes a week type stuff. I gotta scale back. I just got so much stuff going on, and it's very hard to put out 10 episodes a week of games. And 7 Days to Die Alpha 16 should be coming out soon, and then Alpha 6 of Empyrean will be coming out soon. And those are 2 games I'm going to be probably focusing on more. And yeah, just Space Engineers is one of those games I like, but I gotta scale back because I can't put out 15 episodes a week. So I will be continuing this game. I'm not giving up on it. I'm not completely burnt out on it. I just got to slow things down a little bit. So you'll have to pay attention to my Twitter feed or subscribe and keep an eye out. But I will be doing videos for Space Engineers. It just will not be 5 episodes a week. They'll come out when I can make them and get them out. So sorry if that's disappointing to some of you guys, but I'm not quitting it altogether. It's just kind of slowing my roll because it's kicking my ace. Take it, my guns were reloading. Anywho, let's get down to business. Now, first of all, we got the ship put together. We still got a few things to add to it and work on, but we got to fuel it, and I need to put on a connector. So let's do that. So the connector will come out to here, and I guess that's good enough. Alright, so that part is done. What else? We need to put... Well, let's get a little ice. Get those oxygen generators pumping, right? Now let's dump all this off. And just collect all that we can here. Alright, so this will get the process started at least. And we're also going to have to set up the programmables. Alright, so let's see here. Control panel. Let's go to oxygen generators. Oh shoot, I forgot. I gotta get the programmable block set up. Okay, so programmable block. Edit. Browse workshop. Paladin's inventory manager. Check code. Compilation successful. Remember and exit. Okay, so now the programmable block is set up. So now let's go to the timing block. Alright, so set up actions. Programmable block. Run with default argument. And then we'll put this down here. Or is it this? No, it's a timing block we have to set up in here. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. So we'll set this down here to start. Or no, this needs to be set to trigger now. And then we'll set this here to start. Alright, so that part's done. Now we need to set up the time. Run it silently. Trigger now. And that's been going, so let's check the program. And that is active. It is running. Okay, oxygen generator. Alright, so coming down here. Tim. Ice. We'll set it to 27K. I changed the name, so that worked. Excellent. So we'll just come over here, do a little copy paste, set that for there, 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 and there. So now, whenever we get ice, it'll automatically get shunted to the oxygen generators. And try to maintain at least this quantity. And that should keep the hydrogen tanks pumping. So let's check out cargo. So we got 4 containers. I want container 1. We'll dump. We'll do it like this, where all ice will get chunked into there, and then from there it'll get chucked off into the other containers. That's a start. So now let's dump off the ice. I think I already did that. Okay. So let's look at the hydrogen tanks. Alright, where'd that pesky ice disappear to? I thought I had it on me. Okay. I could have swore I had it on me. It probably already used it all up, but it wasn't enough to fill the tanks to 1% or point something odd percent. Okay, just sponged it out of there. And it's now in the oxygen generators. Okay, excellent. So that's working like it should. We can access from here. Let's see. Hydro tank. Oh, it's burning it up as fast as we get it. We gotta shut off the thrusters. Whoops. So do this and turn them off. Alright, so those are off now. I probably should have just did this. Let's see, hydro tank. Okay, it's filled it up just a little bit. So at least it's a little bit in there. So grab more ice. Put it back in the tank. And if I get my mouse to go in the right spot. So we'll do a few relays of this mess. Thought there would be a large reserve in here somewhere. Excuse me. Okay. Okie dokie. So we got some ice being processed in there. Let's take a look up inside here. Okay, so they are filling up, and they're filling equally, so that's good. The thrusters are off. Let's see, inventory. Ice. Okay, so yeah, I'm not doing too bad. Let's check out uranium. So these here, a reactor. I'll change that one to reactor 1. Alright, and then we'll change these. Oops. Uranium. There we go. Okay, so we need to take and backpedal that a little bit so it's all nice and somewhat uniform. Doesn't look quite right to me for some reason. And it's because of the size of the lettering, isn't it? Well, as long as there's 50 uranium in there, I don't really care. Keep that topped off. What other systems do we have to work on? So we got the drills, gyros, ore detector, spotlights, timer block. That's still running. That's running. So so far so good. So no lights yet on the tanks. So we'll try to grab a little bit more iron. Well, actually, you know what, guys? We need a lot of ice. And I wonder. Okay, so that's up as high as it's gonna go. I'll take that out for now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and do a little ice mining, and then I'm gonna see if I can dock this to that to dump ice directly into it. So, yeah. This ought to be interesting. And it's been a while since I flew this baby, so this could be bad. It could be also good. And so far, not messed up. And I do believe the ice fields were up on here. Yep, there it is. So we'll mine up a bunch of ice, and then we'll try to see if we can dock it to the new ship, and hopefully it'll transfer all of the ice to that, get it to process, so we'll have full tanks. And I guess the next episode I do, I'll have to keep in mind to work on that ship. Now over here is where we've been mining, or had mined before. So try to stay in the same area for the most part. Manually drilling here. So far, so good. gonna be a lot quicker than it was when I'd do it by hand. Whoop. Alright. Trying to get this thing chock full of ice. Alright. I think we're good. Let's see. We got 359K, but that's about as much as it's measuring out of the cargo holds, as opposed to what's also in the drill heads themselves and in connectors. It doesn't actually measure that because I think they're not under the power of Tim. And that is probably why it only registers it. But either way, it's got lots of ice. So yeah, that drill's got 9K. Oxygen generators got a bunch. 91.2K there. Yeah, this has got a lot in there. Alright, so let's head back down. And it takes a little bit for this thing to get up to speed. And it's got 184,000 kilograms of icy goodness, and also just regular ship mass as well.
Storm inbound.
So let's see if we can actually dock ship to ship. This is going to be a little bit touchy, just because so much mass being moved. Okay, it looks like we're mostly lined up. Okay. Alright, we're locked on. So let's see what the hold is looking like now. And we're also using the oxygen generator off of the mining ship to help fill the tanks as well. At least that's what I'm thinking is going on. But it looks like the drill heads are drained out. it's swapping uranium back and forth as necessary anyway. Alright, so while this is doing that, alright, we got one green light on each of those tanks. And those as well. So that's a good sign. Let's see. I don't immediately have access to the tanks in here. Man, it would be a pain in the ass if this ship doesn't get filled up with what we've hauled in. That would really be like, whoops, 300 something K and it's still not full. That'd be embarrassing. We could check that out though. Let's see how we doing on the hydro tanks. Alright, we're at 33%. I think that's universal across all the tanks. Let's check out the... Oh, we have to do the inventory here, and then... Oxygen generators are generating. So let's look at the ice levels. Okay. So we got plenty there, plenty there. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit to drain out and process all of that ice, but I think that's going to be enough. Let's see, I could turn off the thrusters and the lights. I think I'll turn off the reactors as well. And remember, we're all balancing these two ships on one locked landing gear. Not exactly what I would consider the most stable arrangement, which is why I had my apprehensions about this working. But it seems to be holding up. Okay, so that's at one light still. Soon it'll be popping over to 2 lights. Because it's got, what is it, 2 there, 3 there, plus the third one right there, or an extra one there, so that's 6 oxygen generators. That froze up a little bit there. What? That's a lot of ice. It's all getting refined. See, 545, and when that ever updates, 544. So yeah, it is processing it. There it is, 2 lights, 2 green lights. So it is doing its duty. Excellent. So this not only makes it a fairly decent, I mean, it makes a decent miner, but it also seems to be making a fairly decent refueler. Just a little bit on the hinky side when it comes to docking, you know, with a stable base, but hey, it's working. I like that. That could have been a much better docking job though, but I'll take it. So I can kind of leave that for now. What else can I do to this? Well, for one, I can top off my juices and gases. Okay, another interesting idea would be to make this space-worthy. That's a lot of work. Okay, so we got that going. We had 3 bars? No, just 2 yet. So we're doing okay. Let's see what the levels are. 63% and climbing. That's good. So that won't take too long to fill up. Now, my questions are, what is the amount of burn to refill? So, and basically what I mean by that is, with the thrusters on, will the 5 oxygen generators on this particular ship that I'm standing on, will its thrust output be more than the oxygen generators can produce when full, or will the oxygen generators be enough to keep up with it? That is the question, because that would, let me know if it's sustainable output compared to burning it all up in one go and crashing to my doom. So we'll get the third light in just a second. Let's see, 74%. 0.5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Green light. Alright, so that's doing good there. We still got, excuse me for coughing, still got plenty of ice left. And what this ship can't handle, if it's more ice than this ship can take, the excess ice, I will redock this ship to the base so the base can generate its own ice and oxygen and hydrogen and all that. Now I'm going to have to build a docking port for this, for the new ship. So while we're here, whoa, let's get to doing that. So we'll take out that. I need to add another gyro too, I think. Alright, so we'll need conveyor tubes and connector. And I need, what am I going over there for? I think that's everything I need, right? Can never keep that stuff memorized, you know? What am I missing? Steel plate? Of course. I thought I had some. I guess it was only just a couple plates. Alright, so now... yeah, I know I made it longer than those, but it's fine. Now we can actually dock this ship to the base. If it'll fly, and we'll have to find out that in a future episode. When that comes out, I can't really tell you. Why? Because I don't know.
Storm inbound.
I could have also docked it up here too, now that I'm now aware of building that. Actually, I probably ought to just take that out and put in a turret. Poof. There they come. Alright, so this is still processing, and looks like it's up to 100, so let's check this out. And then we'll end the episode. 100%. Okay, so now it's the oxygen generators don't need to work anymore, at least until we need them. And they are topped off with ice. cargo container is full of ice, and the connector's got some ice in it as well. So that's good. That's really, really good. We got 91.2. And let's see, we got 5 generators. That's not enough ice for one container to once completely filled, to be drained off and fill all of the generators, unfortunately. So I might I can't spell with shit. Let me see, here's the thing. I got 4 containers. That should be plenty. And if it's not, I'm boned. Alright. So let's undock this reactor on, lights on, battery switched over, thrusters on, and undocking, and successful undock. Let's go and dock it to the base. Alright, we're docked. Turn off the reactor, the spotlights, switch batteries over to recharge, and the thrusters are off. Successful. And now the base is taking all the ice that was left in there, putting it in its storage, and then it's also refining the ice into inside here with all of the oxygen generators. Because the 2 hydrogen tanks in here are full, it's just topping off those tanks because the oxygen tanks are full as well. So that's perfect, actually. Come in here. Charged. We're good. That's good. And next time you see me, whenever that may be, we'll take off from this little puppy and see what she can do. So I hope you'll join me for that. So thanks for watching. Do check out the links in the description box below. Follow me on Twitter. That's one of the links, so that you'll know when new episodes come out, and if I have other announcements, maybe giveaways or what have you, you'll want to keep up to date. And you can always message me as well. I can't always guarantee I'll answer really quick, but I do when I can. Check out the other links below. One is my Patreon, but the others, which are more important, are other YouTubers. Some are really good friends of mine and people I know, and some are people that I know that I don't really know really well, but I know that their content, all of their content, is definitely worth watching. So check them out, subscribe to them, let them know that Silverblade sent you, and until next time, whenever that may be, see you later. Twitch, Twitch.